Abortion is also a blood covenant. Whenever you sit on the table, lay there, and you allow them to kill that baby, and that blood sheds on the table, you have now entered into a blood covenant with Moloch. Moloch was a demon in the Bible associated with killing babies.
Hold on.
I didn't know they talk about that in the Bible.
Take your time.
Damn.
This
Try
is
to
just
tell y'all.
really
Y'all didn't want to
heavy right
believe
You
now.
it.
lay on the table.
Really
Let
heavy
her
right
stay
now, y'all.
there.
Okay, so abortion automatically
Absolutely.
allows you to enter a blood covenant.
You murdered a baby.
With Moloch.
Moloch.
Now break this down for me.
Sure. So anytime you see a ritual being done, there has to be a sacrifice. Sometimes you see like goat, chicken, cow, all that type of stuff. They need a sacrifice. Well, when you lay down and had sex with somebody outside of marriage, then you had a ritual that was done. And the wages of sin are death. Remember that. So now you have a baby. Now you go and get it aborted, which is the sacrifice to that demon. Now, Moloch in the Bible was a sacrifice you made if you wanted like fame or platform or riches or something like that. You may say, well, I just got an abortion because I couldn't really afford to have a baby right now. Well, bingo. You just had an abortion for the money. You had an abortion. Well, I'm just really busy with work. You had an abortion for the platform.
Oh my God.
Yeah, it's very simple. And so the covenant was made when the blood was shed during the death of that baby. In Genesis 4:10, he says, the blood of Abel cried out from the ground, right? Cried out from the ground against his brother. So we know that blood that is dead, Abel's gone now, but the blood is crying out from the ground to curse his brother. We can only imagine how many babies that we've murdered are crying out against us as a nation, as a bloodline, or as an individual. We even know in the book of Revelations, he says that the martyrs who are dead and in heaven are still saying to God, when is judgment going to render for the people that killed us? So we do know that blood can cry out against you from the ground. The good news for us is we have Hebrews 12 that says that the blood of Jesus Christ speaks better things than the blood of Abel, which means that the blood of Jesus can silence the voice of those babies you murdered. But in order to know all of that, you have to have a revelation that you made that blood covenant.
Hold on, wait 1 second here. So let's back
Sure.
up. So the
Gotta
blood
break that
covenant, is it
covenant.
for both the man and the woman?
For sure.
So even if, because the man was involved in that sexual act,
His baby.
he's also,
He's in it.
and what
Because
my-
the wages of sin are death. So you sin to have sex with this person. Now, this is not for those of you, because I know people in the comments are going to say, what about DNC? I'm not talking about none of that. What about a miscarriage and the baby's already dead? So I'm not talking about none of that. I'm not talking about any of that. What about plan B? You having sex outside of marriage anyway. You shouldn't be taking that as well. Like, you can't make all these provisions for the sin. The wages of the sin is death. That's just as simple as it is. You can't get more clear than that. So even if the man doesn't know that that person had an abortion, because what did I say? The devil doesn't care about you knowing.
It don't
He
matter.
just wants you involved in the covenant because you were supposed to have sex in the boundary of marriage. And the boundary keeps you safe. If you have sex outside of the boundary, then all types of covenants can be made behind your back.
Just the rules of the
so
game.
what's the, so
rules to engagement.
consequences, what do consequences associated with that, with that
That is
covenant,
good.
what are some of the things you might see happen in your life?
Oh, blood covenants, cancers, anti-marriage curses, delays in your bloodline, the spirit of infirmity in your bloodline, divorce, separation, abuse, incest, molestation, rape, all of that, it comes about because of blood covenants. I don't know if you remember when you were little. I don't know if you guys did this. I know many people did.